So everyone can see the slide?
Can, but we cannot hear you so soft. You on louder.
Okay, let me try. Okay. So this is our program. We start with chanting. Let's fold our palm to in Anjali to venerate to the Buddha. So, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Then we take refuge to the triple gem. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. You take 5 precepts. Panatipata Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Adinna dana Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Kame sumicacara Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Musawada Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Surameraya Majapamadatana Veramani Sikapadang Samadhiyami. Danusati. Itipiso Bhagawa Arahang Sama Sambuddho Wijacarana Sampano Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purisdhammasarathi Satta Dewa Manusanang Buddho Bhagawati. Okay, Brother Bucks, if you'd like to see it. Brother Buck, we cannot hear you.
Veronica, can you unshare first?
Okay.
So I can greet the class. Good morning, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. I'm happy to see everyone here again. Now we come back to class number 4. Before we go on to the class, I like to mention here two important persons whom we have graduated them to become facilitator for the future class. So I'd like to congratulate Brother T.C. Lim. Brother T.C. Lim has agreed to become our facilitator, graduating from Group C. Very happy. And the other person is Brother Heng. Brother Heng also has been selected to become the facilitator for the future group. So thank you very much and congratulations. Okay, so I will share from my slide here. Wait, hang on. Wait, I'm trying to Okay, can you see my slides now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope everyone have a good session last week with Saleh Susila. That's in on the 8th, last Sunday. So Saleh has asked for feedback whether such a Q&A session is useful for you or not. So if you could kindly say a few words whether it helps you in your progress in your learning of the Dhamma. You can write to me, then I can forward your answer, your feedback to Saleh. Okay. And then these are the, just to let you know, we have made an announcement last week about the few Abhidhamma, few classes. So Abhidhamma has got very good response. Up to this morning, I saw we've got 50 people, where 40 will be accepted. So I think the class now has closed. Those who have come in late will go into waiting list. And moment to moment, this is a fantastic response. So typically, there's only 2 classes of 30 each. So supposedly 60 people, but 74 have enrolled. Again, you'll be put on the waiting list. And the Chinese, we have got also good response. Technically 1 class, but we have got more than enough. And the 9 attribute of the Buddha, we wanted to have 3 classes. So each class is 20 packs, like this, now what we are doing now. So we have received 33 plus waiting list from the previous enrollment. So we are quite close to our target of 60. Now we got 58. Yeah, this is just to give you an overview. Okay, any question for me so far? Are you okay? How many of you just for my knowledge, how many of you have signed up? Can you open your mic and share? I want to know.
I tried to sign up on the Abhidhamma, but it's
Cannot
full.
get full.
Cannot,
Yeah, a little bit too
they
late.
cannot register at all.
Yeah.
But the moment to moment, yes, I managed to.
You managed to get in. The English lah.
Yes, English.
But Abhidhamma, I think they put it on a waiting list. So if they can find a facilitator, they open up again. So they are working on it. Okay.
Brother Bucks,
Yeah.
before here, I signed for 3 classes.
Ah.
All the 3 classes. I don't know the response received. Don't know whether accept or not.
You sign for Abhidhamma, you sign for the moment to moment, you also sign for the 9 attribute.
Yes, again.
That means you go through one more time, refresh, like we go through.
Like
okay.
a revision.
Like a revision. Okay. Yes. Congratulations. Right.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know whether they accept or not. How we know that whether they
are working at the back end to give you an email. I'm not sure. Yeah, they will give you an email to let you know whether you accepted or not. If you sign early, most likely you get it. You see, this we also did not expect the response to be so good. So we were very happy. Second thing is we don't have enough facilitator, so that was our struggle. So until we can find more people who can become facilitator. Yeah, Sister May, you sign up?
Yes, I signed up for the Abhidhamma study group.
Abhidhamma.
Yeah, but I would have loved to join the moment to moment, but the time frame is such that it's sort of like the middle of the night by the time we finish. So we both couldn't make that one. Yeah, but another chance. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure whether if they record. If they record, they can see the recording.
Yeah. We will definitely follow up. If that's recorded, that would be really good.
Good, very good.
Thank you.
Who else? John, did you sign up, John? I hear you. Yeah.
Didn't manage to sign up.
By the time you sign up, it's closed, is it?
Yeah, maybe next round.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully, there's another round coming.
Hopefully, because I think Saleh is very aggressive now. She felt she felt with MCO is a good opportunity for us to learn at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope to see you next round.
Yeah. How about Sister Grace? Did you sign up?
Yeah, I signed up for Abhidhamma and moment to moment.
You
But
managed
we need to get the answer yet.
did you sign up early?
Not really. But I got the response. I said they will inform.
That
later.
means you got an acknowledgement, not a
Yes,
confirmation.
yes. But no specific answer yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Brother,
Yeah.
I just want to inform you later. I may have to leave a bit early because
Okay.
I had a second dosage of the vaccination. I feel a bit drowsy now.
Oh, okay. You had yesterday,
I had it yesterday, and then the side effect kicks in last night, and I feel a bit drowsy now after the medication.
Okay.
So
And
in
then-
case I couldn't stand, I might have to leave earlier.
Okay. What do you take? Is it
Exact.
in fact, apparently I also had mine yesterday.
Yeah.
I also had mine, but I feel okay. I feel quite alright.
Okay. My first dose was horrible. Very, very bad. So this time a bit better, but still, I feel chill.
Okay. Anyway,
just-
this is a recording, and later when you feel well, you can watch the recording.
Okay, thank you so much.
I will
Yeah.
share the recording. Yeah.
Okay, sadhu.
Okay. So
That's
So I'd like to say once again thank you for the good response that you gave to the 3 classes, and that actually gives us the inspiration to continue, to provide such a service. Then hopefully the sasana can grow far and wide. And of course, we are all learning. I'm also learning, and I also want to continue to learn. All right. Okay, so I go back to the class again. Where's the share button? Presentation. Okay. All right. This is a class class number 4. So let's revise what we have studied class 3, which is chapter 4, Sugato. Sugato means come rightly and gone rightly. All right. So come rightly means the Buddha has perfected his life, his parami, and then he has achieved liberation. He understood the mechanism of the entire universe and our human life and everything that is in this world. And he has also gone rightly, meaning he has spent the 45 years of his life to spread the Dhamma. So he has traveled far and wide to the vast land of the northeast of India and spread the Dhamma. So over here, the 10 paramis, I think, are the one that come rightly, which has perfected in its many lives. So we know that the 10 paramis are the Dana, Nikama, Viriya, Satya, Aditana, Sila, Panya, Kanti, Metta, and Upekka. So we have discussed this quite deeply in the last session. And Sugato also means speaking rightly. So the Buddha only speaks true words, connecting with things that is wholesome, that is right, that is true. And he always speak at the right time, in the right place, and it is beneficial. So these are the things that Buddha will only speak. If it's not beneficial, he won't speak. If it's not at the right time or right place, he won't speak also. Right? So this we have to learn from the Buddha. This is one good value that we can learn from the Buddha Sugata. So today's class is about Lokavidu and Anuttaro Purisdhammasarathi. So what does that mean? It means knower of the world and incomparable leader of man to be trained. Lokavidu. Loka means the realms of the world. So Vidu means knower. Okay, as we go along, I think we will learn more. Okay, the word loka means world, like I say. Vidu means knowing or skill in. Someone that is has the skill. Lokavidu means knower of the world. The Buddha understands every aspect of the world, mental as well as material. I think this one we learn in Abhidhamma. Mental and also rupa, the material. These are the ultimate truth. Mental, we know, we learn about chitta, chitta seka, everything regarding what we see, what we smell. Knower of the world also means that the Buddha knows that all worlds comprise only stressful phenomena, because whatever is conditioned will cease, that means will break up. So this is what the Buddha knows. He says, the Buddha says that everything, all phenomena that has a condition, you will break up. So this is a very important information. Very important doctrine of the Buddhist study. We know that everything changes, impermanent, anicca. There is no such thing as something that is stable. The only thing that is stable that doesn't change is nirvana. Other than that, everything changes. We know that. So the Buddha mentioned about the three worlds. The three worlds are the world of formation, the condition. This is what I mean, the condition of the Sankara Loka. The world that we live in, we get sick, we have disease, and we die. So this consists of the mind and the body, the 5 aggregate, and the 12 base, which is sand base, and the 18 element. Maybe I should let Sister Veronica to explain the 12 sand base and 18 element. Sister Veronica, you want to explain?
No need the slide, right?
No need,
Okay.
Impromptu, you just.
So the 12 element, basically the 12 element consists of the internal sense basis. The basis first. The basis, there's 12 bases. 12 base. So the 6th base is we call internal base. That is the eye, our eyes, eye base, the ear base, the nose base, the tongue base, the body base, and the 6th is the mind, our mind base. The other 6 is external, the object. So there is the visible for the eye. There is a visible form base. There's the sound base. There's a smell base, the taste base, and also the tangible base, and the mental object. So the 12 base are 5 senses and their respective objects, and the mind base and the mental object, that is the 12 base. And for the 18 element, there is the eye element, the ear element, the nose element, the tongue element, the body element, the visible form element, the sound element, the smell element, the taste element, the tangible element, the eye consciousness element, the ear consciousness element, the nose consciousness element, the tongue consciousness element, the body consciousness element, the mind element, the mental object element, and the mind consciousness element. This is quite Abhidhamma. So I think we already learned from Zayale, but basically the elements are the Dhamma, the all phenomena that have their intrinsic nature of emptiness and non-being. So elements are the natural phenomenon, not being or a person. They are called elements because they control various kinds of suffering in a birth and death cycles. So for examples, what happened in the seeing process? The process of seeing occurs because there's a combination of processes that take place in the element. We can say that depend on our eye element and the visible form element, the object, the visible form element, the eye consciousness element arises. There's also the same with the other senses. So basically, all this element is what happened in our daily life. So because of there is eye element, there is also the object element. So there is the consciousness arises. I think that's in summary.
So that's quite a lot. So maybe later, Sister Veronica can WhatsApp to the group.
Yes.
These elements and also the sense base.
Okay.
Yeah. So that people will know what is it.
Yes.
Okay, so I continue. Okay, so on the left hand side, the world of formation and condition Sankara. The thing is this: all this sense base and all this kind of element base cannot stand, it's always changing. That's why the characteristic, it says that it is impermanent, and due to impermanent it causes suffering. That's why we are not satisfied now. We always lament, despair, and complain because we suffer. Like this COVID, I think before the class, I think Catherine and I, we had a chat, so we can see our families are suffering, and also non-self. So the thing is, all this sand base and this element base, they work independently, but because when they come together, it looks like we become a man and become a woman, and we think we have a self. So in true Dhamma sense, in true Buddhism teaching, all these just elements and sense base. There is no self there. Right? I think in Abhidhamma, most of us we have learned from Sally. She has explained to us, there's no self at all. We have investigated the Cetasika and also the 89 Chitta, and we found out if you break them up into pieces, there is no self at all. Okay, the second is the world of beings, Satta Loka. The 31 plane of existence form the cosmos. This one, I think later part of today's class, we will discuss a bit. The Buddha fully understands all inhabitants in the cosmos, including their dwelling places, appearance, and lifespan. We'll talk about it later on. And the third one, world are called the Okasa Loka, the world of space. The Buddha has complete knowledge of the universe and each world system, right? I think this is beyond our knowledge or our comprehension, which the Buddha could, he has gone very far, he has gone to look for other cosmos, he has seen everything. So these are the three worlds that the Buddha has understood, right? So let me continue. Okay, so this is a pathway to liberation, and these are the way that we meditate and we can reach the Nibbana. But I don't know much about this. I think Sister Veronica also don't know much about this because we haven't reached the first jhana yet. So I want to call to see anyone here who has got any idea how to explain this chart. Anyone? Anyone want to explain about this chart? How we can reach the Lokarupa and also the Loka-arupa? Brother Lim, maybe you want to explain?
This is the Visuddhimagga, path of purification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you explain the chart? I will then share it.
Well,
Okay. Can you share this chart with us? We start from the bottom.
I won't be able to, but I know this is the Visuddhimagga, the 7 stages of purification. And this is all the 7 stages. So I would not be able to explain.
Yeah. Okay. We have to ask our teacher then.
Yeah.
How about Brother Heng? Brother Heng, are you able to explain this? Or anyone in the class? Okay, Nameh, then we move on. Okay, so this is the 31 plane of existence which the Buddha could see, and the Buddha has explained to us. So we start from the bottom, which is the Kama, Dugati, Bhumi, which is the 4 woeful realms. In this 4 woeful realm, there are the Asuras, Peta, and the animal realm, and also the hell realm. So people that get here, because of their bad karma, they have done a very bad deed, and then that's why they live in this 4 woeful realm. And on top of the woeful realm, you can see number 5 is the Manusa Loka. Manusa Loka, human realm, where it's actually a combination of good and bad, but here is written here pleasant. They fall under pleasant good realm. Okay, we take it as pleasant realm, but I know that it's also pleasant and unpleasant. I may be wrong. We can discuss about it. And on top of human realm, then you got 6 Deva realm. 6 Deva realm, as you can see, we have got this Chatumaharajika, Tawatimsa, Yama, Tusita, Nimanarati, Parami, Mitawa, Sawati. So these fall under the Kama Sugati Bhumi. Kama Sugati Bhumi means we still enjoy sensual. We have feelings, we have good feeling, we have bad feelings, and also there's a male, also there's female in this Kama Sugati. So those in the number 6 to number 11, they are called Deva. They are called Deva because they live in heavenly realms. Then on top of that, we move up is the Rupa Loka. Rupa Loka consists of 16 realms. They are the 5 material realms, meaning they no longer attached to sensual pleasure. They have released this needs, of happy feeling. They have gone beyond happy feeling already. So they are in many realms, but they still have this material form. That's why it's called 5 material. Then these are in the 1st jhana, 2nd jhana, 3rd jhana, and the 4th jhana, as you can see. And these devas, they live many years. I don't know how many years, but they live many years up there to continue living their world, and also they do a lot of meditation. Then as they progress on, they move up to another 4 more realm, where it's called Arupa Loka. Arupa Loka is immaterial. That means there's no more material, no more form at all, just a being. So they are up at the highest of all the 31 plane of system. And also again, you can see 84,000 Mahakapa. I don't know one Mahakapa is how many years. Oh, that is written there. Yeah, all the years is there. So it's very far beyond my imagination. But it's good to know lah. It's good to know that it's better to be up there than to be down at the Kama Dugati. Okay, now I have to call Brother Lim now to explain a bit more than what I've just said. Yeah, tell us more.
I think you have mentioned everything.
Really?
Kama Dugati is the 4 Apaya Bhumi, where there's more suffering than pleasure. Then we got the Niraya, which is the hell. We got the 8 major hell. And then we got the animal, Tirachana, the Pita, the ghost, and the Azura. Then we go up to the Manusa Loka, the 4 guardian kings, Tawatimsa, Yama, Tusita. Tusita is always the future Buddha to be, will always be reborn in Tusita heaven before the last birth as a Bodhisattva. So apparently the Nitya Buddha Bodhisattva is in Tusita heaven. Tawatimsa is where the Abhidhamma was taught in Tawatimsa heaven to the Devas and to the mother, the Buddha's mother, out of gratitude. The Paranimitta Vasavati are supposedly to be the sphere where Mara lives in. So Mara is a king here who delight in creation over others. Above is all the Brahmas, although the word is being used Devas, and then the Arupa Loka, and it's not advisable to be reborn in Arupa Loka because the lifespan is too long. Too long, really too long, until that you will miss the Buddha Sasana. Okay, and any else? Nothing else.
So how we wish we can have a flight to go to each and every ram to have a look and to get a real good understanding.
Actually, these 31 planes of existence, you can perceive it as a lift. So there are 31 levels. So you will go up and down depending on the karma reserve. Okay, once your bad karma ripens, you will go down. And once your good karma ripens, you will go up. Okay, so nothing is permanent. So you will go up and down. So the only way out of this samsara is to get enlightened, to get attain arahanthood. Otherwise, you will just go up and down. It's just like a leaf going up and down. You will go nowhere.
Brother Lim, for discussion's sake, can I ask you, besides the Buddha, has anyone saw this 31 plane system and can explain to us?
No.
Only the Buddha.
Yes.
So how do we verify? Someone is talking?
Yeah.
I think this Mongalana got that psychic power. He's the only one. That's why later part the other sect don't like him, because whenever any person pass away, they go and approach him, and he can tell the relative where the departed one have reborn in which place, because he got a psychic power. He's the only
So Brother Heng, has the Mongalana verified the 31 plane of existence?
He can go any of them. Not only that, there's in the Sutta they mentioned that he can even show people through his psychic power the place, not bring them there, but he can just through a psychic power that these people who he want to let them see how is the condition there. Yeah.
Can I ask?
Yes,
Alicia
yes.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brother Heng mentioned about the Moggallana. Was he the one who actually traveled to look for his mother, and he found the mother in one of the hell realm, and from there he
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So that's
He's
how
the
Ulabama
one.
came about.
Yeah, he's the one that through his psychic power he looked through all the 31 planes and found the mother was born as a beta. So then he traveled there, and of course, through he found that the mother is very hungry. So he produced food, and when he passed the food to the mother take the food. That the moment when the food before want to enter the mouth, it turned into burning charcoal. So because of that, he went to approach the Buddha. He said that I wish to help my mother, but the problem is when I give him her food, it turned to charcoal. So the Buddha then advised him that the best way is to hold the dana to the sangha, not to any individual monk, but to sangha, which would be very effective. So because of that, then he hold a dana and then transfer the merits to the mother. The mother was immediately reborn in this Deva world, and that because of that, the Mahayana emphasize on this so much. They what they call it, they celebrate this as Alamana festival. The what we also now in this month celebrating the Hungry Ghost Festival.
Yeah.
That's the start.
So can I ask, these 31 planes of existence, are they physical location or just in a state of mind?
It can also be a state of mind. Like for example, if you attain the first jhana, you are as good as in that jhana plane. Like what Buddha say, if you able to have happiness through your practice, you are now in heaven already. You don't need to go to heaven. Of course, when you pass away, you really go to that place. But what I mean that state of mind, not necessarily you have to be there. At this human life, you can also be in heaven in the sense that you have true happiness. But when you pass away, you really go to that place. To one of the 31 planes. Of course, it exists. That's what mentioned in the sutta. In fact, there's one very good book. Maybe I can share. On the title is the Cosmos, Buddhist Cosmos. Inside there, they explain very detailed each plane of existence. Very, very detailed. And this one, really, this author he compiled from the sutta, not from commentary.
So this book that you mentioned, is it written by Venerable Suwano?
You mean our Malaysian monk?
Yeah.
No. I cannot remember the author name, but I can share. Later I can share
Is it a digital book?
Yeah, PDF. I have the PDF.
Okay, then you share to the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. You can find very detailed. Yeah.
Some years ago, I written a book by Reverend Suwano about
Reverend Suwano is very good in telling all these stories about the ghosts, the petas, all sort of petas, all sort of ghosts.
Yeah.
He's very good in Hokkien.
I read in English. He also wrote some book. So I learned from him that the 31 plane system existed actually.
Yeah. Then regarding the Tawan Stingsa, like Brotherly mentioned, this Saka, I think those people who know those Tikong, Hokkien, they say Tikong. He's residing there. He's the king there. Yeah. And then there's a story to illustrate how long the lowest Deva world, which is Chatu Maharajika. This story is a real story. Actually, this husband and wife Deva, they are very close. So one day, this wife Devi, this lady Deva, went to the garden and then she passed away. Then she was reborn in a human world. And when she was born in the human world, she still remember her previous birth. I mean, the last birth was Deva, and she longed to reunite with her husband again. So, of course, she practiced whatever is necessary so that she'll be able to reborn there. So, after then, when she reached the age of 50, she passed away. And the thing is, she reborn to the same place and reunited with her husband. So the husband was searching for her and then saw her. And you know what the husband said? Where have you been for the past half day? That means,
Yeah.
you get me? So actually, she told her husband she had passed away and reborn in a human being and come back again.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks for sharing. I'm reading the chat. There's a written by Sister Imawati. I'm not sure if a connection is good. Sister Imawati, you want to say something here? Okay. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. But I the next
no good lah. Your line not so good.
I want to talk about, yes, of course. So
Okay,
I have problem.
Sister Imawati, I will read your statement. Okay, it says Sukihotu, Brother Bucks, Sukihotu, Brother Bucks, and Sister Veronica, and all Kalyanita. I want to ask about the world of space, Osaka Loka. Refer from Sally's book. There are, including hell, 8 great hell and 128 small hell, 6 sensual pleasure realm, the dwelling place of Brahma. I want to know what is the 128 small hell, and is Brahma have 6 sensual pleasure? As I know, if become a Brahma, such as Rupa Brahma, there is no nose, tongue, and body base. Thank you for explanation. This one I have to ask Brother Lim. Brother Lim, what are the 8?
This is a Abhidhamma question.
Yeah. This is a Abhidhamma question. 8 great hells and 128 small hell.
I can't explain.
I also can't answer. Sister Veronica tahu tak? Jawapan soalan ni tak tahu juga.
I haven't read about this.
It's beyond my knowledge. So, Sister Imawati, kamu kena tanya soalan ini dekat Abhidhamma class. So sorry we cannot answer you. Very good question. Very good question. But I know that in the Arupa,
Brother Bucks.
Yeah.
According to about the 128 minor nirayas, hell, minor hell, you can read it from. You can get the details from the Abhidhamma, from Dr. Mentimon.
Yeah, Dr.
It's in page 190, where the chapter 5, I think.
You have the book with you now. Can you show us the book cover?
Book cover.
So that we all know.
There's one is a PDF one, another one is.
Then you have to share the PDF. You can share in a group.
I will send. I think somebody have shared it before. You know, the
Dr. Mon's book.
Yes. So this one is from chapter 5, I think. Vimutti.
Vimutti.
Vitimut. Vitimut or Bhumi. Planes of existence.
Okay. So
this plane of existence is written there. Thus, there are 16 minor nirayas on the 4 sides of a major niraya. Niraya got 8 levels. 8. So that means 16 times 8 altogether, 128 minor nirayas for the 8 major nirayas. It's written. So we need to calculate. Must have mathematics lah here.
Why don't you send it to the group so that Sister Imawati can read, and you point to her the chapter to read.
Okay.
What I know is there's a story in the Dhamma. I forgot which sutta. There was this guy who is in hell, So he was in a hot tub, of fire. So he managed to escape, So he escaped it. He's so happy, but then just to find out that he's in another hell again. So then he again, is in another type of heated situation whereby his body is always heated up, by the charcoal and all that. Then he managed to escape. So again, when he escaped, he's so happy, only to find out he's in another hell. So there are so many hell. Then I know that there are many hell from that story. But I forgot which sutta that I read.
Sister, are you referring to this book, sister?
This is Dr. Moon's book. Gui Hua? Gui Hua there? Gui Hua, can you see?
I unmute. Forgot to unmute.
Are you referring to this book?
One, yes.
This is the one.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure whether it's the same one is in page 190. But according to, there's another one, PDF one. PDF one you can get from Google. Because from Google, this book, they, I think, screenshot.
Oh, the screenshot.
And this one, the screenshot one is not so good. The PDF one is more clearer.
Yeah, you are right. Chapter 5 is about planes of existence.
You see, is it page 190 is written there about the hell situation? 189. There's at the bottom of 189 is written that each major niraya has the form of square. On each side of the square, there are again 4 minor nirayas, namely got sewage, swamp, field of hot ash, forest of thorny trees, and hot river with canes. Then it's written there also that 16 minor nirayas on the 4 sides of a major niraya and 128 minor nirayas for the 8 major nirayas. Altogether 128 lah. That means 16 times 8. 128.
Okay, thank you. I think we got to move on. Today we're going to also speak a lot about the stories, in the Jaya Mangala Sutta. So can I move on? All right. So thank you, John, for pointing out, and also Sister Gyohwa. We'll share with Sister Imawati. Okay, so I continue. Okay, discussion on the chapter 5, Lokavidu. Why is the Buddha called the knower of the world? I think we know because you could see the 3 worlds, right? What are the 3 pleasant worlds? What are the characteristics of each world? Again, I think we just studied this. They are the conditioned world, and there are also another world of the 31 plane system. Then another world of the many world cycles. What are the 31 plane system? In which world do you wish to be born and why? You want to discuss this? Personally, I don't want to be born again. Anyone want to say something about this? Sister Siyong, which world you want to be born?
I also think like you, Brother Bucks.
Yeah, don't want to be born again.
My first reaction is I wouldn't, if I have a choice, I wouldn't want to be
born again
in any one of the realms of existence.
How about Mei-Ling? Is today Mei-Ling here? Mei-Ling? I don't see Mei-Ling here. Oh, Mei-Ling did not attend class today. Mei-Ling is here. We miss you. Okay, Mei-Ling, you want to be born again in any one of these 31 plane system?
Wishful thinking, no.
Yeah, but very hard, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Maybe Brother Tisilim has
The more defilement we have, so it's a challenging task.
yeah, not so easy. Any advice, Brother Tisilim?
Strive with diligence.
Not so easy.
Hi everyone. I just want to share, not to say share, comment a bit. While we are still not enlightened this lifetime, and of course, I don't know about all. I think I won't be able to enlighten, this lifetime. So I heard that the one need to aspire to whether to born up in the upper realms or to be back to human realm, at least to continue to cultivate until one fine day we enlighten, correct? So there was a question raised in one of the Dhamma talk by someone. Would anyone aspire to be born in a Deva realms to continue to cultivate? Or does anyone aspires to come back to human realms to cultivate? There's a question. Then followed by a question, do you think this world is going to be better than now, or is going to be worse when you come back as human? So isn't it more logical to be aspire to born in a higher realm or Deva realm to continue than to come back as human realm? I don't know. This was still a debate. And also it's very individual, But from what I understood from Ayasma Agachita, he mentioned in one of the Dhamma sharing, he said, I would rather to aspire to be reborn in a higher realm, to continue cultivate, than to come back to this world, which is, I don't think it will be anything better than now. So that's what I understood. That it's not, of course, we want to not to reborn again, but it's not up to us until we are enlightened. While we are cultivating to walk the path to enlightenment, we probably still need to come back, but we probably need to aspire to come back to a conducive place or realms to continue to cultivate. And we need to actually make aspiration, which is very, very, very important. I understand. This is my sharing. Thanks.
Thank you, Sister Enlin. I think that's very profound. At least that's give us a pathway, or give us a map what we should do. Although we all don't want to be born again, but not possible until we're enlightened. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, question here.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the box. Yeah, okay. So while we wish to make an aspiration, that itself is also a craving, right? Now, so I want to know, as a person enters to become a sotapan meaning 7 more lives to undergo, right? So these 7 lives of being reborn, are they, do we assume that they are being reborn as human beings or anywhere in the higher realms?
Sorry, can I just interrupt? Sorry.
Yes.
As wanting to actually reborn to higher realms or human realms or whatever, I heard from one of the Dhamma talk is this is not called craving. This is good aspiration. This is called the Buddhist way of cultivating. Is aspiration is good, a wholesome action, is not craving. Craving for materialistic is called craving. That's the difference. And the seven times to be reborn, you'll be human a level onwards to the up, not human below. That's what I understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Enlin.
Sister Enlin, so okay, understand the craving part. The 7 lives to be reborn, you're saying human and above. That means can be anywhere in the heavenly realm, right? Is it that?
Yeah, it depends on your own karma. Yeah. You won't drop to the the realm below human. That's why it's sort of a guarantee passport, to your enlightenment. Because when you fall into below, it's very difficult to come back to cultivate, and everything is totally what you cultivate totally like forgotten already. Start all over again. So it's a very good guarantee, like a passport to enlightenment. Is human realm and above.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's why I understand from Dhamma talk. Thank you.
Thank you. You are very learned, Sister Endin. Very good to have you to explain so much things.
No. Those are actually from the monk explanation. And I just try to remember, because we need to really make aspiration this lifetime. Because while we're still in Buddha Sasana, it's very, very important. We cannot take it as a craving, but it's aspiration. Any aspiration is good, under the Buddhist cultivation. So make sure we remember. That's why we will keep reminded by a lot of monks and teachers that make sure you do your aspiration and aspiration this lifetime. It's not treated as craving. If you're mistaken as craving, it's unwholesome thought. It's actually aspiration is wholesome thought. So from there, I try to remember to do it every now and then to keep renewing my aspiration. That's my little sharing.
Sadhu. Okay, thank you. Then on the chat box, Sister Imawati mentioned, if I can't become an Arahant, I want to be in Rupa Brahma, especially Brahma Sammapati. That wishes Buddha Mitaya to teach us the Dhamma to the human, Deva and Brahma. So she wants to go to Brahma Sampati. All right. Okay. So thank you for sharing. Let's get back to class. Okay. Now chapter 6. Anuttaro Purisdhammasarathi. Okay, let's understand. Anuttaro means unexcelled, incomparable, meaning in the special qualities of virtue, concentration, wisdom, knowledge of endurance. This is mean of Anuttaro. Purisa means man. Manusa means human. So Purisa means man. Dhamma means to be trained or to be tamed. Like a wild horse, it can be tamed. Sarathi means, yes, someone want to say something? Sarathi means a leader or a charioteer. Charioteer is a person who drives the horse on a chariot. So it's like a leader. He'll tell the horse to go left or to go right. Leader of men to be trained. Purisdhammasarathi means the Buddha has the ability to train or to tame beings that could be, that could or should be trained or to tame. As we know, the Buddha has this psychic ability. He will scan the world to see which being has the potential to reach the to understand the Dhamma or to reach the enlightenment. He will train them, right? Okay, the Buddha clearly understands beings who have little dust in the eyes, like for example, Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana. Then Buddha also understands there are beings with much dust in the eyes, like King Kosala. So he's a bit cannot see the truth. So there is much dust in the eyes. Keen intelligence to hear profound exposition. Five bhikkhu. Discourse on the characteristics of not self. So that means there are also people who are keen to hear the profound the profound Dhamma, which is actually about the non-self. This is written in the Attalakkhana Sutta. So this talk about the Anatta Sutta. Okay, next. People who are easily trained and difficult to train. People who are easily to train, like Venerable Kema. This I think we already read the story about Sister Kema, right? She's a very beautiful lady. And also Venerable Bahiya. So it's also in our chapter about chapter 6. We also read about this Bahiya. Bahiya Daru Chiriyah, guidance of conforming to the tendency. That means the Buddha can guide them to reach liberation. And also we have got the difficult people like this Venerable Uruvela Kasapa, and this I think is a king, right? King of Kosala, if I remember. He cannot be taught. He eat animal, human flesh. So later we will discuss a bit more on all this. Okay, the ability to subdue those who have difficult to train. That means those stubborn people, the Buddha also can train them. The Buddha fully understood the habit and tendency of all beings. Thus, his teaching is adaptable to various situations and conditions for each being. Like Angulimala. Angulimala, as we know, he's a murderer. He killed people and cut their hands, their fingers, and put along the necklace. And the Buddha, even him, this such a evil man, even the Buddha can out him, using his supernatural power. And also Saccaka, so Buddha used his wisdom and wits to challenge him in a debate. Saccaka is from another sect which believe in the soul, in Atta. So he want to challenge the Buddha. So the Buddha then used his wisdom, they enter into the debate and change his mind. Alawaka used patience and wisdom, and Nando Pananda, the king of the Naga king. So Venerable Mangaluna used the power. So maybe later on we can discuss some of this. Some of you who know the story, please can share us. Right. So this is some graphic to explain the situation. So for example, Mara came at the time of enlightenment, fear and pattern. So the Buddha can overcome fear, can overcome all sort of threat from the Mara. And Alawaka, arrogance. Can someone explain about this? Alawaka, how did the Buddha tame this arrogant man? Who know this story? Yeah. Anyone know the story? Sister Veronica, you know the story?
Yeah, I think
This one, Alawaka.
Alawaka.
Yeah.
I think one day Buddha knew that the Alawaka has ripened. Say he can become an Arya. So at that time, Buddha and his disciples want to visit the Alawaka. So they fly to the heaven, and they pass through the Alawaka kingdom. And they fly above the kingdm, I think, above the above the, how we say, the istana. So at that time, Alawaka, when he see the Buddha fly above him, so he's so angry. I think so. I think he want to. I think at that time, the Buddha come to his palace, has to come to, and then Alawaka is still outside the palace. I remember outside the palace. So Buddha sit inside the palace. So when Alawaka come and see the Buddha, so he instruct the Buddha to go out. So Buddha go out, and then after that, Alawaka asked Buddha to come in, and then after 3 times, then the Buddha don't want to comply with instructions. Then Alawaka become angry, and then after that, so I forget the
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it's in the book. Yeah. It's in the book actually.
Yeah, in the book, yeah.
So we got to do a bit of reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll read. So next is Nalagiri. You know this story? Because I don't know about Nalagiri.
Yeah, I think at that time the Devadatta want to, because he's very jealous with Buddha, so she want to hurt the Buddha, kill Buddha. So he sent the elephant Nalagiri to attack the Buddha, but Buddha with his metta, he subdued the Nalagiri. Yeah,
correct. So I was just reading the book. If we can read page 99, there's a story on Alawaka with loving kindness and wisdom, patience. So that's the story of Alawaka.
Sorry, Alawaka.
Yeah. Then Angulimala. I think Angulimala, most of us already understood the story now. Don't have to explain. Even children know the story. How about Chincha Manika? I think Chincha Manika is someone that planted her to accuse the Buddha for pregnant her. And what happened? She put a pillow in the belly. So while she was accusing, and then suddenly the pillow dropped. Right. So I remember the story behind was Ananda says, "Sir, I think we got to get up from this place, because people are saying bad things about us." Then the Buddha says, "No, we are not going away, because we never do anything wrong." So that was the story. Then with that, the Buddha says Satya, the truth, is always very powerful, right? Arrogant. How about this story, Satyaka? Anyone who read the story want to share? It's also in the book. I was just browsing through yesterday. Anyone here who has read the book want to share the story about Satyaka? Maybe I should call the name. Anyone here? Hui Liu, have you read the book?
Sorry.
You want to tell the story of Satyaka?
Oh. Satyaka from the book. I only know from the book only.
The book on chapter 6 about today's subject.
Yeah, this Satyaka is was a great debater, and he thought that he thought that he was incomparable. So he said if he debate with anybody, nobody could win him. Somebody told him that there is this Arahant, there is the Buddha, who, if not more powerful than him in debate. So he said he should go and see this Buddha. Is this the story? Satyaka went to see Buddha, and so the minute he saw Buddha, he says, this person is not someone that I could easily contend with. Because I read it and then can't really remember. Anyway, so he has this idea that there is a self, and this self he can control. First, there's a self, and this self is permanent, and he can control himself, meaning that he can he can direct himself to say, I want this, do it, do it. So he thought he could control, and something that is permanent, not impermanent. So when he went to see the Buddha, he told the Buddha that he couldn't see anybody that could debate with him. And so the Buddha asked him, the Buddha skillfully asked him to say that, do you need to say that you have a body and this body is you? And because it is you, therefore you have a self and you can control this self. You can say, let this body of mine be like this. And then
correct.
Upon his instruction or orders. So Sachaka also was very smart actually. He realized that alamak, later want to answer also susah, don't answer also susah.
He's
in deep water. I like this part because page 103. And then so he actually kept silent, very smart. He kept silent.
Yeah.
And then the Buddha very smartly says, wow, if you don't answer a question that I asked, then your head will split into 7 pieces.
7 pieces.
And actually, the Buddha used his powers to create a scene that only he and Sachaka could see. This Deva with a flaming thunderbolt actually stood before them. The two of them only can see. For me, that's my understanding. And ready to execute the task and split the Sachaka's head into 7 pieces. So Sachaka was so afraid his hair stood on end. I marked this place out. And his hair stood on end, and he immediately answered. Yeah, so he realized.
Yeah.
So even though upon one hand he was egoistic, but at least he was difficult to train, but he was tameable.
Yeah.
He was tameable. And so so that was how the Buddha tamed him. So could I add, Brother Bucks, that there is one person at least that could not be tamed, because Purisdhammasarathi means who could be tamed, who should be tamed.
Who could be tamed and should be tamed.
There is one person who could not be tamed. Maybe his the conditions are not right, and could this person be Devadatta? Devadatta, the Buddha tried to tame him, but he didn't want to be.
He cannot be tamed.
He could not be tamed, and he died a very violent death also, because he did so many. He tried to kill the Buddha 3 times, and then at last he wanted to break the sangha. So Devadatta is one story where we could also seek lesson that you can bring the horses to be tamed. So it's both ways now. That's what I understood. Thank you, Brother Bucks, for this opportunity.
Thank you for sharing, Sister Pelio. So you can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot force the horse to bring the water. Very good analogy. Okay, thank you. All right, so the next story is about Nando Pananda. Who can explain about this story? This is also another type of arrogance. Anyone knows about this story? Sister May, you know the story?
No, I don't.
No. Yenchin, do you know the story about this? You also don't know. Chiu Hong? Anyone knows about this story?
I also don't know.
You also don't know.
Brother Bucks, I try.
Okay. Who is
Vihari,
this? Vihari, yeah.
I read it from one of the book lah. It's written that Nando Pananda is a Naga king.
Naga king, yeah.
So at one time when the Buddha and 500 monks on their way to Tawatimsa one morning, they travel over the Naga king's abode, and he was having a meal. So in anger, the Naga coiled around Mount Sineru and blocked the road to Tawatimsa. So thereupon, several members of the Buddha retinues, including the Ratapala, Badia, Rahula, then but the Buddha only chose Moggallana to subdue this Naga king. So because it seems that Moggallana, when he is sit in the he's very fast. He will be absorbed in the psych. Very fast. He will absorb in the psychic power. So this, because this Naga King is very powerful, you see. So the Moggallana sought permission from the Buddha. Then it seems that he finally subdues this Naga King unscared. Seems like that lah.
If I'm not mistaken, Sister, I read it before. So I think Moggallana turned himself into a Naga also. So they fought.
A more powerful one.
And then they fought something like that, and he subdued him lah.
Yeah.
So this is using the power of psychic to subdue someone. The trouble is people like us got no psychic power. How are we going to subdue people who are arrogant? How, Brother Lim, any idea? I know a lot of people.
Dhamma.
Huh?
Through the Dhamma.
Through the Dhamma. So many stubborn mute out there. Well, these are the life that we go through. Okay, the last one is Baka Brahma. Wrong view. Baka Brahma has a wrong view. Anyone can tell the story? Okay, maybe we skip this because we got a lot more to do. This is Jaya Mangala Gita. There's 8 story in the Jaya Mangala Gita, where the Buddha uses his qualities to overcome. So there's generosity, there's endurance, there's metta, supernatural power, peace, wisdom, natural power again, and wisdom. All right. So I think with these stories, then they have created the Jaya Mangala Gita, which I think all Buddhists during some festival or victory or during a good harvest, where we play this sort of things, this song. I like this Jaya Mangala Sutta a lot, especially at the time when we have COVID. I personally listen to this song, and my mind is very at peace. And I felt the words in the Jaya Mangala Sutta very soothing. So I normally get it from YouTube. I have this Santu Sako, which is Venerable Indah Ratana. He has a very beautiful voice. So when he sang this Jaya Mangala Gita, it was very beautiful. And some others from Sri Lankan also I listened to. Very beautiful. All right. Okay, so we come to the discussion of today's class, which is the Anuttaro Purisdhammasarathi. Why is the Buddha the incomparable leader of man to be trained? Why? I also cannot understand this question. What's the meaning? Why is the Buddha? Or why is it called? This actually slide is prepared by another facilitator. Sister Veronica, can you understand this question? Why is the Buddha the incomparable leader of men to be trained? Apa makna dia ini soalan?
Yeah, I think the meaning is, I think it's to be, why is the Buddha called the incomparable leader of men to be trained?
The word call is missing.
Yes.
Okay, I think this one we know already. Because Buddha has got many qualities. He has got psychic power, he has got very powerful metta. He also is an intelligent man. He is intelligent during the debate. And that's why he's incomparable. That means that he could deal with all kind of men of all levels, no matter how difficult. even the Angulimala. During the time Angulimala, the king also scared. So whereas the Buddha is able to face him and to subdue him. Right? Okay, second question. Yeah, someone want to say something?
Yeah. Actually, the Buddha is not able to enlighten anyone, you know. If the person has too much dust in the eyes, he won't be able to enlighten. That's why he surveyed the world. Who is ready? So it depends on the person's karma also. Yeah.
So not everyone now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, next one is learn about the ability of the Buddha to subdue those difficult to be trained. What made them difficult to train and how did the Buddha succeed? How did the Buddha succeed? John, how did the Buddha succeed? John, are you able to tell us, to share us your thoughts on this? We cannot hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I think what made how the Buddha managed, I think is all the qualities of the Buddha, like the patience, like wisdom. Sometimes he need to use psychic power and the metta and all that. So I think because of his supernatural ability, that's why he's able to tame or to train the difficult to train. So like just now, Brother Lim said, not everybody can be trained.
Yeah.
That is why the sentence just now, could and should. So someone could be trained and someone should be trained are different. So the person should be trained but could not be trained because like you say also, there are many dust in their eyes, so they could not be trained. So it also depends to individual whether they could be trained or could not be trained. Well, that is my sharing.
Yeah. So I agree. Like for example, the Devadatta, the Buddha gave up on him. He said this guy
he couldn't be trained.
Yeah, he
because
cannot be trained. Yeah.
Too many dust in his eyes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, John. Thank you for sharing. I totally agree. I think the class could agree to John's opinion. Okay, that's it. Today we can reach this meditation. So what I do, I'm going to play, or I stop first. Then I think better, Sister Veronica, you play from your side. The Buddha Nusati, and then we can calm our mind and do our meditation on the quality of the Buddha. We will select one of the 9 virtues and we will meditate. We'll meditate by mentally pronouncing it over and over again until maybe we are tired. Then we look for another quality and we pronounce it in our mind mentally again many times. Sister Veronica, are you able to play the audio? I cannot hear you. Tak boleh dengar. You have to unmute yourself.
I will check.
You play. So today we can meditate maybe 25 minutes or 30 minutes. Because you know, other classes are saying, Brother Bucks, you hardly do meditation and discuss about your meditation. So maybe we should do meditation 25 minutes, then leaving another 10 minutes to discuss about our meditation. Okay, would that be good?
Yes.
Brother Bucks, do you know how to share the audio?
Cannot. My side also cannot. Never mind. I think audio tak apa. Then we just put the slide of Buddha Rupa.
Oh, Buddha
And then,
Rupa, okay.
and then get Brother Heng to gong. Brother Heng, you ready? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So how many minutes, Brother Heng? 25 minutes, okay? 25 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
25
Okay.
minutes.
25 minutes.
Okay, wait until the Buddha Rupa image come up. Then we do a reflection. Hey, not this one.
Okay.
Go back.
This one, right?
I cannot see. This one correct.
So, can we start?
Okay. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, brother and sister, welcome back. So can I have everyone to open your mic and your video? How do you feel? Sister May, you want to share your thoughts, your experience?
I feel always very energetic and very happy when I do Purisdhammasarathi. I usually start off with a verbal chant because that brings my energy up. And then I would, in my mind, choose one quality of the, I'll say Arahang, Araham, Araham, and then go that sort of brings me down a bit. And when I go to mentally chant Arahan, Arahan, it really drops down to a calm state. Yeah. And from there, I start looking at the 5 different qualities that we learned from the book about Arahang. And it brings up in me a great sense of joy when, say the first quality that he's a killer of all the cases, and I sort of ride on what the Buddha has been able to do and try to emulate that as much as I can within myself. Yeah. I go through each of those 5 qualities for Araham. And in between, when the energy level drops, I just go back to Arahang, 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 and then come back to it till I sort of, it's a bit sort of like level. And I always find that doing the 10 parties, the Samasambuddho, that's really very spirit lifting, because the 10 perfections is very energetic for me. Yeah.
So you normally start with Arahang?
I normally start with Arahang. Yeah.
So we didn't see Stephen today.
Oh, Stephen, because this every month the monk from Wellington comes up to give a Dhamma talk.
Kusalo.
Yeah, Ajahn Kusalo. So he has, because there's no driver for this Saturday, so he's driving Ajahn back to Wellington. Yeah. Yeah, we had a very interesting Dhamma talk last night, in the sense that the hall that we were going in was double booked by a birthday party. So it was a very good meditation session to sort of like hearing, hearing. Yeah, so it was good. Yeah.
A lot of object to anchor on.
Yeah. But it's good to work with that aspect of it, because usually when we sit, it's always very quiet.
Thank you, Sister May.
Thank you.
Okay, who else want to share? Sister Catherine.
I usually start with deep breathing. Breathing in, and then I tell myself that I know that I'm breathing in, right? But you can feel the breath going in, and then it comes to a certain part there that there's a pause. Then you feel the breath coming out. So I just say I know that I'm breathing out, right? So with that about 3 to 5 times, right? I continue then, and I start my breathing. But in between, of course, the monkey mind runs away lah. Something will come in, then you got to take it out, and then tell yourself, come back to the breathing, So within that 25 minutes, I think today I had about twice or 2 occasions like that. The mind suddenly just went off, and then I got to pull it back. Right, so that's usually what I do, right? Because I've been going through this with Sister Jean before. So I did my meditation under Sister Jean. I think she was connected with the MBMC, I think. So this is the method that she has taught us before. So I'm continuing with her style, right? I find that it's quite good, right? But then sometimes I can't do for very, very long sittings. I cannot. I'm more used to standing meditation more. I prefer somehow or rather my body prefers standing meditation, standing and walking. So when I'm walking, then you feel the momentum, right? And then you can slow down. So the walking aids me more than in sitting. Sitting about half an hour to the most is maybe 40 to 45 minutes. It's very difficult to reach a full 1 hour without this thing. And then I feel that I just want to get up and walk already. Even when I go for retreats with Sister Jean also, it's the same.
Did you look at the 9 qualities when you meditate just now?
Yes, I do look at them, right? But not the full 9, Look at some of them as I go through. Like Sister May, the Arahang one is very important to me somehow.
Yeah.
Right, the first part there.
Okay, good. Thank you for sharing.
Is there anything else that you think that I can do that can help me improve?
Well, we have
Anybody wants to share?
Yeah. Sister May, we want to teach Sister Catherine.
My only thing is that from my own practice, we just have to be diligent in practice and practice and practice and never give up. You feel like meditating, you meditate. You don't feel like meditating, you still meditate. And eventually it sort of takes its own rhythm and you sort of settle into a good system whereby you want to meditate. You want to sit. If you miss one session, you sort of feel that you want to take that time back. So it just becomes a personal thing. It's just, it comes, when it matures, it just matures by itself. It's just like one of the teachers taught us, like when a flower is ready to open, it just opens itself. You can't take a bud and pull it out to open up your flower. When it's ripened, it just ripens. You just have to nurture it till that one. Be patient. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Sister May.
Okay, maybe we hear from one more. Anyone want to share? Sister Yan Chen, you want to share?
For me, it's more like hearing what sharing by Sister May and the rest. It's more of learning the meditation way. I do not have a specific way of meditating because I don't think I have a direct teaching from a teacher yet. So it helps me to hear how each one of us are meditating. So usually if I do meditate, it's to check the state of my mind. And if it's very distracted, then I will do the chanting. And if it's calm, then I'll do the breathing. So I'll take it from there. So I'm still learning here now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you for sharing. Because when you're learning, it's good to hear from the rest. So, in my particular experience, I'm a samatha meditator. So whenever I sit down, automatically it goes to the breathing in, breathing out. So then I try to say, oh, today is Purisdhammasarathi. Then I look at the 9 qualities. So I try with Arahang first. I think Arahang is the natural choice because it's right at the top. Then I try Arahang until my energy level is low. Then I sort of open my eyes and look for the other quality that I like. The other quality that I like is a Buddha. Buddha is Buddha. So then I go into Buddha. So the Buddha part I can last longer than all the other qualities. So again, there's a bias, preference of choice. I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but that's how I take it. Okay, thank you. So one more, then we can close today's session.
Brother Bucks, this is
Yeah.
Puru. Yeah, I would like to thank Sister May and Brother Stephen. The other day, they shared with us 108 times and then using the hands. So today, for the first time, I tried that. And for 25 minutes, I used my hands.
Yes,
Try it out. Actually, Bante Mahinda a few years ago informed us, showed us how to do it, but I didn't practice it. But today, first time I did it. And when the bell rang, it was 106 times.
Wow.
So I said, never mind, just relax and just go on.
Wow.
We'll say what he wants to say, but I just went on. So I want to thank Sister and Brother Stephen. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's very calm. It's very calm. But it's the first time, so I'll try it. Thank you. Thank you, Sadhu.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That, Sister Smith sharing and Brother Stephen sharing now has got results. Huh? That's really beautiful.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we can close today's class. Before I close today's class, I want to remind again, if you could send a few words to Saleh, because she wanted to know whether she should do the next Q&A session or not. So if you think the Q&A session has been beneficial to you, please write in your own word why it's beneficial to you, and you look forward for the next session. And then WhatsApp to the group, then I can WhatsApp to her, or WhatsApp to me personally also. Can I forward to her? She wants to know. She wants to get some feedback. All right. So I feel a bit sad because now we have already finished 4 class. We got only 3 more class to go. 3 more class to go. So I feel very affected by your presence. Every class I saw this almost full attendance. Today we got 22 actually. So this gives us a lot of motivation, and we get to know each other a lot better now. And I can see the brothers and sisters interacting and learning from each other. So this is the purpose of having a platform like this, and we continue to grow. So I wish you all the best. So let's do the transfer of merits, because today we have done a lot of good deeds. Let's transfer to the departed one as well. Let me share. Let's, brother and sister, let's fold your palms together, and I will recite. You have to switch off your mic. Please switch off your mic so you don't interrupt. You, of course, when you switch off your mic, you can also chant by yourself. Idame punya asawakaya aham hotu. Idame punya nibbana sapacaya hotu. Mama punam bagam sabba satanam bhajemi. Te sabbe me sanam punya bagam lam hantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so with that, I will see you guys again. Yeah, thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu.
So everyone take care. Yeah, everyone take care. Yeah. Stay safe all the time.
And Monica.
Thank you, everyone.
Terima kasih.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sister Veronica.
Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.